boxing.
So they stare into each other's eyes. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. You'd like to see more jabs. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching you every move, every trick.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Nice counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Here's a scoring blow. Just missed with that hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Fury in that last round. That was almost a 10-8. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Fighters landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job. Frazier being much more selective with his punches.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
We're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. To see the end of an era? Are we about to see Joe Frazier get knocked out?
Oh, I heard that, never but I saw it.
Just one punch away from turning his fortunes around.
Defense, defense, defense is everything.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Can't land that jab. That that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Because they're so big, because they can punch, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire, because someone's going to get hurt and someone's going to react.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Counter punching. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. Now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute...
Facing Joe Frazier, who won gold at the '64 Olympic Games. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Fantastic punch. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. There's a scoring blow.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
I don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Perfect counter shot. Solid punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. Before they get knocked down, they choose to go down on their own and take a knee.
That's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Let's talk about Fury in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go. You know that.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Apparently hitting his opponent in the face isn't enough. He wants to rub it in. These two are the perfect dance partners. This is a high-octane battle.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next. And there's the bell to start the round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore. Both men step back for just a moment. Continues to touch him up. And at some point, the corner needs to think stepping in here.
His legs have gone. He's got to get her hands up. It's survival instincts now. Get him up.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. How is this fight still continuing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it. It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and an upset of the year, perhaps. Knocked down hard. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get back on their feet here as the referee continues the count.
I've seen many shots like that. A simple short shot. Put the fighter down.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Talk about Fury in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
To make or break a fighter.
Here comes the legend Joe Frazier, Hall of Famer, all-time great. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
He misses with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at him.
chance to make history.
Oh, what a shot. He's staggered. He's...
This fighter continues to show how much heart he's got, but the corner may have to intervene here.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put down. You've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Counter punch caught him clean. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. And he scores with the counter. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Oh my goodness, that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Frazier being much more selective with his punches. Just missed with that hook. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
God, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much for defensive abilities.
Beautiful, sneaky shot to take his legs away from him.
So he's back on his feet, but he's got to somehow turn this around.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class...
This could be the end. So he's back up, but at some point, Johnny, he's got to live to fight another day, doesn't he?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing.
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to... Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
You don't want to trade punches with Joe Frazier. Beautiful counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knee. So they will throw in the towel. The corner has stopped it. They won't be happy about that, but say la vie. I can't believe it. They are giving up.
They don't.